The Milwaukee Bucks are your NBA champs, and it's because Giannis Antetokounmpo put together an iconic performance. I'm still buzzing. This was legendary. The greatest game I've ever seen to clinch a title. 50 points. 50 points! He had 20 points in the third quarter and 33 in the second half. Giannis hit free throws. He never hit free throws. And in the fourth quarter to win a championship, my goodness, he went 17 and 19 from the line. 50 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. It's an all-timer. Giannis Antetokounmpo averaged 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists at the NBA Finals, becoming only the second player ever to hit those numbers in the Finals en route to winning a championship. And think about the last 3 games. You had the block in Game 4. You had the alley-oop in Game 5. The 50-burger at home to give the amazing fans of Milwaukee a championship in Game 6. And the path here is so important, too. Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't a top 10 pick. He was scrawny coming out of Greece. He made money growing up as a street vendor. He's the ultimate Horatio Alger rags to riches story. Giannis won the MVP twice. He won the Defensive Player of the Year, but he needed to win a championship. This after the Bucks blew a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of years ago against the Raptors and lost in the second round to the Heat last season. In both those years, the Milwaukee Bucks had the best record in the Eastern Conference. And Giannis delivered this time around in the playoffs in thunderous fashion. You got to remember they were down 0-2 and then 3-2 to the Brooklyn Nets. Remember when he hyperextended his knee against the Hawks? I mean, it feels like a lifetime ago. Giannis was reflective and emotional and appreciative after the game with the win and how he owned the NBA Finals and clinching game. Giannis Antetokounmpo is now cemented as the elite player in the NBA. He's cemented as a legend in Milwaukee. Giannis is as likable as it gets. This is as sweet as it gets. Williams could barely find the words, and I get it, because the Suns choked, and he knows it. Credit Giannis, of course, as we did to start the show, but when you're up 2-0 and you're the better team, you're supposed to win a championship. When you lead Game 5 by 16 points after one in your own building, you're supposed to win the game and supposed to win a championship. DeAndre Ayton played great in the first 3 rounds. He was shook in the finals, spooked. Chris Paul played better, but his horrendous play in the prior 3 losses, it looms large. My guy Devin Booker, majestic all finals, postseason and season long, but he struggled last night. Jay Crowder brought absolutely nothing in Game 6, same with Mikal Bridges. Heck, I thought the turning point in the ballgame last night was the first quarter. The Bucks were wound tight, the pressure of clinching at home, missing shots left and right, and somehow the Suns were worse, missing easy shots galore. Sure, second quarter was great, game tied after 3, but the first quarter was just grotesque and an inexplicable carryover of the 3 prior losses. This Phoenix team was excellent all season long. They had a commanding lead in the finals. This one is going to sting forever because they let the Larry O'Brien trophy slip right through their hands. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy spoke to the press today as the Dallas Cowboys reported for training camp. And McCarthy is obviously thrilled to get Dak Prescott back and ready to rock and roll after Prescott's knee injury and surgery ruined Mike McCarthy's first year in Dallas. The McCarthy-Prescott combo is going to be amazing this year. Forget last year. I mean, at the end of the day, it was all impossible for the Cowboys to function with Dak's injury and the contractual status. And now Dak is healthy, and he was rightly paid, and Dak Prescott is going to put up MVP numbers with brilliant talent around him at the wide receiver position. And I expect Dak and Mike McCarthy to not only lead Dallas to a division title, I expect them to win playoff games. Plural. Dan Quinn is in as a defensive coordinator to fix a beleaguered unit. Mike Nolan was overmatched, and he's long gone. Micah Parsons was a first-round steal at linebacker, and he's instantly a front-runner for the Defensive Rookie of the Year. The Cowboys' defense is going to bounce back brilliantly under Dan Quinn. Ezekiel Elliott's coming off the worst season of his career. You got to remember, he led the league in rushing twice in his first 5 seasons as a pro. He will get back to that level. And that's going to help the defense, and that's going to help out Dak Prescott. It's the Cowboys. It's Jerry Jones. There are always expectations, but this year it all comes together in Dallas. And it all starts with my guy, the great Dak Prescott. Needless to say, Chris Middleton was the perfect complementary star to Giannis Antetokounmpo in the finals, which makes sense because Chris Middleton has always and forever been the perfect complementary star to Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I'm thrilled Chris Middleton was able to win a championship. You know, there have been times when he's been that alpha dog late, had that big jump shot last night at 196. That was a huge moment. He was all smiles last night. I love when Giannis made sure, when he was being interviewed by Malika Andrews, to mention to Chris Middleton, we did it. They're attached at the hip. They've been through everything together in Milwaukee. The highs, the lows, the bad playoff losses we documented before. Chris Middleton is worthy of being a champion. He's comfortable in his own skin. Remember, he got a tremendous contract a few years ago, and we said on Time to Shine, we love that move. Phenomenal run for Chris Middleton. Great job this postseason, and he's worthy of hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. I was really happy for our guy, Chris Middleton. A key member of the Bucks championship run, Drew Holiday, on what it was like joining Giannis and Middleton this season. To say Drew Holiday was the missing piece to the Bucks championship puzzle, and look, on Time to Shine, when they picked up Drew Holiday, we raved about the trade. Drew Holiday has always been an all-star, a terrific ball player, a two-way excellent star who is great on offense, has a great shot, can distribute, and plays lockdown defense. And listen, that sounds great. And then you watch him. You watch how pesky he is on defense. Listen, the numbers are great. The feel is even better. You see the steals per game. I still can't get over the way that Game 5 ended. Drew Holiday's steal is one of the all-time great pilfers that I've ever seen. One of the greatest defensive plays in a big spot. Devin Booker was going to hit a shot to give the Phoenix Suns a win in game number 5. Drew Holiday, I mean, that was Michael Jackson, smooth criminal. He was able to pick the pocket, able to get the ball up the court, get it to Giannis for the dunk, for the alley-oop. That is a signature moment in this championship run. Love our guy, Drew Holiday. That is a legit big three, and he played like the star that he is. Here's an overjoyed Giannis Antetokounmpo who wanted to win this championship for Milwaukee. Needless to say, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the NBA. And look, I'm never going to fault the Kevin Durant's, the LeBron Jameses of the world who go from team to team and win championships and have players join them because they want to win. But there's something special, amazing, and romantic when you look at sports when you stay in one place, you stay in the small market, and you want to go through the different layers of getting to a championship level and winning that trophy. And Giannis, what he's done in his career, we could easily say the best in the NBA right now. He just needed that top line. Needed to be an NBA champion, needed to be a finals MVP. And he was not a hood ornament en route to winning a championship. He delivered it to Milwaukee. I mean, it was like man amongst boys on the court last night. 50 points. He said when he signed that contract before the start of the season, he signed the max deal and he said, I will deliver a championship to Milwaukee. I said he will deliver a championship to the great sports fans in Milwaukee. And Milwaukee, you saw at Deer Park last night. Milwaukee's a great city, great people, amazing sports fans. And I also think that if you're a fan of the Grizzlies, or you're a fan of the Pelicans, or the Utah Jazz, or another small market team that has a star or two, you're thinking, all right, it's our time to shine. And we don't have to be in a big market. Look, NBA fans, and I never got bored of Kevin Durant or Steph Curry or the Warriors or LeBron James. They've been waiting for this, for a small market team to win a championship. Giannis is the best player in the sport, most likable player in the sport. He stayed tried and true to Milwaukee, thanked everyone who ever coached him, everyone who was part of drafting him and bringing him to Milwaukee. This cat gets it. Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to win several championships with the Milwaukee Bucks. What a story. Chris Paul with an all-time playoff failure. You cannot call Chris Paul a top 5 all-time NBA point guard. You can't. Look, Chris Paul, I love him as a player. I thought he had a majestic regular season. You know, I said it on Time to Shine. I love the trade. I said the Suns would be great, and he even outkicked my expectations. And I have always and forever defended Chris Paul. The playoffs have been a but for him. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves in terms of why he's a star and why he was able in the first 3 rounds to carry the Phoenix Suns and why he was an MVP candidate all year and a difference maker. But this is grotesque. I mean, choose your nugget of futility here. 19 turnovers over the last 5 games. I mean, in the 4 losses, his plus minus was a negative 37. A negative 37. He was playing hot potato with the basketball, and listen, he has now 4 times in his career had a 2-0 lead in the postseason and blew it. Coughed it up. Choked. The most blown leads up 2-0 for any ball player in the history of the National Basketball Association. So, listen, he's not going to retire. He's got a player option for this upcoming season. You know, usually with a player option, you opt out of a deal. It's over $40 million, and I assume that he's going to want to get paid. No one's going to give him $40 million on the open market, not even his friend LeBron. Listen, he wants to get back to work. You could tell he loves the guys, loves Monty Williams. Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton swear by Chris Paul. But here's the problem when it comes to the Phoenix Suns. Are they going to get back? Maybe. That's the key word. Maybe. And I don't want to sound like I'm not taking a stand here, but listen, Klay Thompson's coming back. Anthony Davis is going to be healthy. Jamal Murray's going to be healthy. You know, let's see what happens with some of the younger teams in the Western Conference. And that's just the West. It was all there to win a championship right here, right now. And this is going to stick to Chris Paul. You ask a Clipper fan, ask a Rocket fan, and now a Phoenix Suns fan. Chris Paul cannot be considered an all-time great, a top 5 point guard, when he's at his worst, when it matters the most. I got to get this off my chest. 49ers linebacker Fred Warner has agreed to a 5-year extension that's going to make him the highest paid linebacker in the entire league. Warner is worth every single penny. This cat is a superstar. First team All-Pro, got one of my votes. And listen, I just think he is the heart and soul of San Francisco's outstanding defense. Listen, I think that eventually you could even see someone like Darius Leonard who's do a new deal, you know, get more cash than Warner got today. But this guy is tremendous, and he deserves the cash. He deserves the recognition. He is an elite ball player in the National Football League. Got to get this off my chest. My guy Will Smith getting jiggy with it with a walk-off home run for the Dodgers. How about it? This was gigantic. And what a win. Trailing the blood rivals, San Francisco. And how about it? A walk-off for Will Smith. I mean, look at this. He tattooed it off the closer for San Francisco. I told you yesterday that the Giants, I've said it all year, they've been amazing, but they're a house of cards. And I'm telling you, Dodgers are going to win tonight. Dodgers are going to win on Thursday. And when this 4-game series is over, the LA Dodgers will be in first place, and there will be no looking back. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.